Hello from the School of Foreign Languages. In this lesson, you will learn mixed conditionals. Let's get started with a comparison. If I had enough money, I could buy a car. If I had enough money, I could have bought a car. What is the difference between the two? This one means I don't have money, so I cannot buy a car. However, this one has a different meaning. That means I didn't have enough money, so I could not buy a car. Remember, this one is a type 2 if conditional, which expresses unreal present condition and unreal present result. All actions are in present. I say if I had, but that means I don't have. I also say I could buy, and that means I cannot buy. And remember this one as well. This one is a type 3 if conditional, which expresses unreal past condition here and unreal past result in the second part of the sentence. And in mixed conditionals, we will mix type 2 with type 3. Let's see how. If he had chosen another career, he would regret now. That means he didn't choose, so he doesn't regret. So you see, the condition part, the if part, reflects on the past, and the result part reflects on the present. Or we can say, if he didn't love teaching, he wouldn't have become a teacher. And that would mean he loves teaching, so he became a teacher. And here you see the condition part reflects on the present, whereas the result part reflects on the past. So as you can see, there are two types of mixed conditionals. When we take a look at the first type, it's a mixture of type 3 in the condition part and type 2 in the result part, and a mixture of type 2 in the condition part and type 3 in the result part. Let's now focus on these mixed conditionals one by one. Let's now focus on the first type of mixed conditionals, present or future result of a past condition. In the if clause part, in the condition part, we use past perfect. And in the main clause, in the result part, we can use would, could, might, plus verb 1. If this thing had or hadn't happened, that thing would or wouldn't happen, I can say, for example. And you know, the order of the clauses is not fixed. You can also use the if part, the condition part, in the second part of a sentence, or you can use the result part in the first part of a sentence. And at this point, you may have to rearrange the pronouns or adjust punctuation when you change the order of the clauses, but the meaning is the same. If we take a look at the example here, we can say those two sentences are identical in meaning, they are the same. If we had looked at the map, we wouldn't be lost now, equals to we wouldn't be lost now if we had looked at the map. And for example, that means we didn't look at the map, so we are lost now. And this one means we are lost now because we didn't look at the map. So you see, those two versions mean the same thing, okay? And you see, in the condition part, in the if part, we use past perfect. We use had, verb 3. And in the result part, we use wouldn't plus verb 1. Wouldn't be, we can say. And always remember that if you mention something positive here, it means something negative. If we had looked means we didn't look. Or if you mention something negative, that means something positive. Okay? We wouldn't be lost now means we are lost now. Let's move on with some exercises now. In this practice, the important thing is to express the same meaning in the new sentence as in the given sentence, and we will use the verbs in parentheses given for us. At this point, I recommend you to stop the video and then play the video to check your answers. Getting started with the first one now. I will be unemployed tomorrow because I had a disagreement with my boss. What can I say? I will be unemployed because I had. So here I'm combining a past condition with a future result. So what can I say here? I can say I wouldn't be unemployed tomorrow if I hadn't had a disagreement with my boss. The second one, Lisa speaks Chinese fluently now because she lived in China for 10 years. And here we are combining a past condition with a present result, and we will just write the opposite. Positive will change into negative, and the same here, positive will change into negative, okay? Because we will talk about an unreal situation in the new sentence. And I will say, Lisa wouldn't speak Chinese fluently now if she hadn't lived in China for 10 years. And the last one, the hotels are not full because the formula races were cancelled. And here we are combining again a past condition with a present result. Formula races were cancelled in the past and now the hotels aren't full. What can we say? The hotels would be full if the formula races hadn't been cancelled. Hadn't been cancelled, we say here because it's in the passive voice. So to recap, in the first type of mixed conditionals, we are mixing past perfect with would plus verb 1. If I hadn't had, past perfect, if she hadn't lived, or if the formula races hadn't been cancelled, we use in the condition part. And in the result part, we can use would plus verb 1, would be, wouldn't speak, or wouldn't be, we can say. In this second type of mixed conditionals, now the result is in the past and the condition is in present or is in progress. So we will use past simple in the condition part, in the if clause part, and in the main clause, in the result part, we will use would, could, or might plus have plus verb 3. If this thing happened or didn't happen, that thing would or wouldn't have happened, I can say now. And the same note is here for you again. The order is not fixed. You may have to rearrange the pronouns and adjust punctuation, but the meaning is the same when you change the order of condition and the result. Let's take a look at how we can form this type of mixed conditional. If I didn't love cooking, I wouldn't have become a chef. That means I love cooking, so I became a chef. So you see the result is in the past and the condition is in the present. That means I always love cooking, okay? It has a present meaning and it affected my choice in the past. That's why I became a chef, I can say. And now you know that I can also write it that way. I wouldn't have become a chef if I didn't love cooking, and the meaning is the same. I became a chef because I love cooking, that means. Let's now do some practice together. In this second exercise, we will use the second type of mixed conditionals while using the verbs in parentheses here given for us, and we are going to try to express the same meaning as in the given sentences here. At this point again, I recommend you to stop the video here and write your own answers on a piece of paper and then play the video to check your answers. Let's now take a look at the answers. She doesn't have enough money, that's why she couldn't do this school trip to Cappadocia. If she had enough money, she could have done this school trip, I'll say. I will change the negative into positive. I'll use past simple in the condition part, and I'll use could have verb 3 in the result part. The second one, she managed the crisis at work because she's a problem solver. I'll say she wouldn't have managed the crisis at work if she weren't a problem solver. At this point, remember, after he, she, and it, we use were or weren't with type 2 if conditions, okay? So the thing to learn here is she managed turned into wouldn't have managed, okay? The result is in wouldn't have verb 3, okay? I'm changing the positive into negative because I'm expressing an unreal past result, okay? And the condition, she's a problem solver, will change into if she weren't a problem solver, okay? I'm changing again present simple into past simple, positive into negative again, because it's a present situation but an unreal one. And the last one, he doesn't know how to play football, so we didn't invite him to the match yesterday. So he doesn't know how to play football, and this affected something in the past, okay? Something present affected something in the past. Let's now take a look at the answers. If he knew how to play football, we would have invited him to the match yesterday, we'll say. And in summary, in the condition part, we use past simple if she had, if she weren't, if he knew. And in the result part, we use could or would have verb 3. Could have done, wouldn't have managed, or would have invited, we can say, in this second type of mixed conditionals. Now here we mixed type 2 with type 3. Type 2 in the condition part and type 3 in the result part. That's the end of the lesson for now. Now see the checklist to check what you have learned today so far.